Give me a sec, guys. So yes, guys, good evening and welcome to Hoppers Motorsport Vlogs. Hope we are doing well. I'm going to be talking about British GT and of course UK TCR tonight. We are going to be live and exclusive in Hoppers Motorsport Vlogs HQ. I'm just going to try and tag someone in to see if he's about. We're going to be talking about UK TCR to start with. I've got a friend that was at the opening round of the championship at Snetterton over the Easter weekend, and hopefully we'll be getting him to join us in a couple of minutes time. Hopefully you guys can see the comments, and also hopefully you guys can have some questions. So Rich is going to hopefully appear on the live video. Speaking of the devil, we'll actually get him to jump in. It's probably the first time I'm probably going to be talking about UK TCR, but Rich knows a bit more about the championship than I do, as he is here. Good evening, Rich.
How you doing, mate? All right?
Yeah, not bad. How are you, pal?
Yeah, good, thank you, mate. Excuse the decoration at the back there. We're decorating at the moment. So.
It's all right, mate. It's no problem. No problem at all, mate. So,
how you doing now? All right?
Yeah, good, man. Good.
Happy days.
Yeah.
Happy days.
So we're going to talk about TCR then.
Yeah, man. Yeah. The future, as they say.
Stuart Lyons puts it as the future. I don't know. I'm a bit new to TCR.
I must admit, I went to some TCRs last year, and it was up with like the like Tuna Fest and things like that. It wasn't a standalone series.
Yeah.
And okay, it was good, but it was with the drifting and time attack, and it wasn't really, it's great. The racing's still brilliant, the racing's really good. But as a day, I'm not really into the chavvy shows and stuff like that anymore. I'm too old for that now. But yeah, no, it was good, But coming this year, obviously Snetterton a couple of weekends ago, it was. The racing up all the way through the feeder series and things, the support races was really good. It was like there was endurance. There was a 2-hour endurance race, which was pretty good. The cars were really good. Then you obviously had the Fiesta Juniors.
Mm-hmm.
There's some talent in that. Some up and coming. It'll give the Jeanette Juniors a run for the money. I think. The circuit they used, the 300 circuit, I think was a bit long for them.
Yeah, of course.
I think there was a lot spread out very quickly, unlike the Jeanette Juniors. But these were, it was really good. And then you obviously had modified Fords, which if you're old school like me, old Mark 1, Mark 2 Escorts and Sierra Cosworths and things like that. I was in the element there. It was great. And then the City Cup, which is all like these little IGOs and 1 litre 3-cylinder racing. That was really good racing. Like going 4 wide into riches is something to see.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, no, it's really good. And then obviously you've got, then I had the ST Fiesta STs, 2 classes there. That was good racing as well. And then obviously you've got the Civic Cup, which. I'm a Honda fan and I'm a being, as you know.
Yeah, it's a dream for you, and it's a dream, obviously. For me.
Yeah, those Civics are, and they race them like they're touring cars. They are absolutely.
I'm yet to see that myself actually live because it looks pretty decent, to be fair.
The racing's wicked. If you've seen it on YouTube,
and
stuff like that, they like stream it. They're wicked. I love them things. And then you get the 2 races, which is. The 2 TCR races on the Sunday.
Yeah.
And that's really good. And the one thing that they do that BTCC don't do, unless you're a VIP, is a grid walk.
Yeah.
Now, I can understand, obviously, with the crowds they get with BTCC.
Yeah.
You can't really do that unless you're VIP because you wouldn't get everybody on and off the grid in time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Even so, with the TCR, there was a fair number there. Snetterton's quite a big track, as you know.
Yeah, of course.
I say it's local to me. I'm only an hour away from it, which is I'm quite lucky. I'm flat banging Essex, So I've got Brands Hatch, hour away, Snetterton, hour away. It's slap bang with two of the best MS3 circuits they got. So I'm quite lucky.
Where's me? I'm an hour and a half away from Croft, and then I've got probably near of 2 hours to Alton.
I'm very lucky.
6 hours range
under 2 hours away. You know, Mallory Park's not that far away. I did have Rockingham only an hour and a half away, so I'm quite, I was quite lucky where I'm based.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the TCR was great. You know, the grid walk. You get up close to the drivers and things like that. Obviously, they do the pit lane, walk, didn't they? The signing sessions at lunchtime. So similar to that, all the drivers are accessible, and you can see them, and you can walk out, ask for pictures, signatures. As you've seen, Elliot, my son, got to meet it's and then you get the racing, and you get two races, and there's not a lot between the two races. I think there was only 2-3 hours between the two races.
Not too bad, then, is it?
It's not too bad, really. It was, and obviously the T-Shar now, the racing's really good. I'm BTCC through and through. I've been doing it I've been watching it since 87, 88, sort of a long time ago now.
Try not to show your true colours, mate.
and you're watching that, and the standard of drivers they've got there this year.
Yeah.
I think Paul O'Neill said it the same thing on the live feed. I said, if you've got anybody in the top 15 there, I think could win races.
It's something that I obviously you've been, you've seen it, and I always class it as, I hate to say this, but the cheaper alternative touring cars. But then
it is. I'm lucky enough. I know somebody that's racing it this year.
Yeah, you know Adam Shepherd, don't you? So
yeah, Adam Shepherd. Yeah, I'm going to put a plug in there. Shepherd Motors in Chelmsford. They're brilliant. Yeah. They do a lot of work on my car. They're one of my customers where I work as well. That's how I got to know them, really, through my work.
That's decent, though. That's decent, You get to know people.
Go down there, and he's unfortunately running into budget issues this year.
Yeah,
I think he can do 3 rounds, but he was unlucky last year. There was a lot of stuff happened behind the scenes that I can't really say.
Yeah, no.
And he was unlucky, but you get the standard of drivers they've got there. Like there's Dan Kirby, he's won races. Carl Bordley, BTCC, through and through, isn't he? He's no slouch anyway. We know from hot rod days, he's fast.
Oh, of course, yeah. And then you've got Chris Smiley, haven't you?
Yeah, you've got Chris Smiley. You've got obviously Brad Kent this year. If he can get that bad luck away from him, he's got so much bad luck this year. Absolutely terrible bad luck. I can't believe his luck. He's another local boy to me as well, Brad Kent.
It's weird how many people are down that area that and it's like, what?
Yeah, it's Essex boys, isn't they?
Yeah.
So
exactly.
It's you've got even Josh Files coming into the series now.
Until he blew the Elantra up in race 2.
That Elantra though is such a good looking car.
It is nice. When I first saw it, I was like, what the heck's that? And then,
but in that Hyundai colours there, even the obviously the new i30, and that's gorgeous in them colours.
Isn't it?
And then I actually got lucky enough to get up and see up close and personal the FL5, the new Civic, the Chris Smiley Civic.
Why's Dynamics not running that in BTCC this year?
I'd love to see them in BTC spec. I'll tell you, I really would do.
Unfortunately, we don't know the answer to that one.
No, we don't know whether. Hopefully, they come back next year, but.
Fingers crossed, mate, because I hope they do. Yeah,
I keep saying it, I'm a massive Honda fan. So
hey, you feel free plugging it in here, mate. I do every week.
I love the Hondas, and I've seen the road car up close.
I've seen it a few times now, and I'm like, it's growing on me a bit.
I prefer the older models, but
thanks, mate, but I prefer the FK8.
People do. I've spoken to a lot of people that have, I've got no owners, obviously, that have got an FK8, and I've known people who've got FK2. Obviously, me, I've got the FN2, the old
You've got the old school one, mate.
Yeah. Championship winning FN2.
Hey, there's no wrong with the FN2 though, mate. It's a classic car.
Yeah, and the other car I've got an Accord Type R as well, which is even though we're talking Super Tourer era there, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly. And I've seen pictures of that type, the Accord Type R, and I'm just like, yeah, mate, just get it started, get it back on the road, man.
Yeah, that's coming. Lots of money involved in that, getting that back. But going back to the racing, the TCR, with the drivers on there, seeing Chris Smiley's car up close, and how professional that Bert Taylor's got that Restart Racing team is.
It's mad, isn't it? Because if you think a couple of years ago, Bert Taylor was BTC, or what's now
One Motorsport, One Motorsport,
it's mad to see what's happened with that. But
obviously not seeing Cat. See, I know he's been very ill as well. Was he a couple of years ago, Bert?
Yeah.
If he does watch this or gets watched this, good to see you on the men, mate.
I'm sure we can put this onto YouTube.
Yeah, I know he's. I think he's another local. I think he's another Essex boy as well. I think he's buzzing away. I think.
Yeah.
Essex seems to be a motorsport thing. You got obviously Mount Tune based in Malden in Brentwood now.
Oh, right.
One of my old employers actually, Mount Tune, a long time ago.
you have a lot going down there. We have M Sport up here, which provides the engines for some of the touring car teams. Yeah. But you've got most of the whole of motorsport scene down in Essex. Yeah. What is it? Jobbos in Southend racing Saxos and stuff like that, mate.
That's where it all comes from, isn't it? Southend Seafront.
I suppose it all comes from there.
That's only half hour or so from me, so Southend. I used to go out there as a youngster in my old Escort.
Oh, right.
But it's I know we're supposed to talk about
no, but we can talk about whatever you want, mate. It's what we can do.
Yeah, no, it's good.
And funny enough, you know a certain friend of mine, Mr. Stu Bartley.
Yeah. And my daughter's come on as well. My daughter's watching as well. Oh, God.
Oh, brilliant. This is what it's all about. We have, there's quite a lot of people that we know from different sides of things. And this is what I like, this is why I do these live videos.
We've come to know each other, isn't it? Through touring cars, isn't it?
We've come to know each other through BTCC.
Yeah.
Touring car forum back in the day.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
That's
on the actual site, wasn't it? On the actual BTCC site, wasn't it? Yeah. I still know a lot of people from that. Yeah, that was good times back then. But obviously, it's now got all. Facebook seems to run everything now, doesn't it?
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. Social media ruins certain things.
Yeah, and the fact that we've known each other for a long time, we've never met.
No, we haven't. No.
May though, isn't it? May 7th. Yeah.
5 weeks tomorrow, I go down. So.
Yeah. My birthday weekend, that.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, no, but
it's mad though, because we know each other through the forum, and then we've not really met, and now okay, we're doing face-to-face interview, but for me, actually in person is going to be really good.
Yeah.
Stu's just commented saying Hoppers isn't as fast as me on eSport, but it's a great to have him in the races. I used to race against Stu back in the day, so but
somebody else I've known for a little while now through that's the BTCC fans group. Got to plug that.
Yeah. Feel free, mate.
One of my fellow admins is on there.
I always try and remember to try and plug your channel in when you're in.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
YouTube, the touring car fan group, even got Elliot's page there. Try and do it as best as I can.
Obviously, Libby, hi Libby, if you're watching. She's now really big into touring cars and F4 and everything else. It just shows you that it doesn't matter your age now.
It doesn't matter your age, and doesn't matter your gender either.
Exactly. Yeah, Libby's scared because I know she won't mind me talking about this. She says, because people think I'm a woman, I can't like racing. Well, who cares? You love it. Who cares? Obviously, Elliot's a big thing. Elliot Webber is YouTube. If you have not seen it, watch it. It's really good. He's got some good.
I need to watch the ones he's put up recently.
Yeah.
I've seen his interviews, but I need to see the other things.
Yeah.
I haven't had the time of day.
Yeah. No, yeah.
I'm doing this, then I go to work, and then I'm like, I need to sit down, and then I can't have 5 minutes.
No, it's madness at the moment. It's like, I'm lucky I work 8 till 6, so, and then I've got an hour, half-hour commute home, so I'm quite lucky with work. So I've got a bit of time in the evenings to watch his stuff. If I don't watch it, I'll get killed.
Well, if you don't watch mine, you're more than welcome to catch up. You know that.
Yeah, I do. If I can't get all the way on there, I do tend to try. I've told
people that from day one. If they can't join the live video for whatever reason, it is, you know. But Stu wants to know who we're tipping for touring cars this year, as in BTCC.
It's
you know,
touring cars is going to be a weird year this year. I still think the racing is going to be spot on, but without the big names there, Plato, Neil, Shedden, Dynamics, a lot of people are thinking, oh, it's not worth watching now. Trust me, the racing is not going to change.
No, it's not. No, I read the other day, like I said to you, like overtly, I said, do we think touring cars is going to be okay this year? Because I read a couple of comments. I'm not going to name certain social media groups. Yours wasn't one of them. I didn't read, but like the other ones, and people were saying, "Well, no one went out in the afternoon for the test session." Well, yeah, but like we said, it's the conditions. No one wants to bin a car off in wet weather conditions.
No, it was. I know a few went out. I left the media day. We left about 2:30, 3:15. There was a couple of the Hyundais were doing wet runs. I know Team Hard went back out in the afternoon. This has gone from TCR to BTCC.
This is what we can do, mate. You know.
Stu, I agree with you, Stu, mate. Yeah, it's just the end of the Super Tours all over again.
Yeah.
The new era.
I agree. I'm not here to disagree with people.
It's mad out there this year. It's just, I can understand why they're doing limited running when we're at media day.
I can understand that myself. I'm not.
We had Stuart Jelly made a silly mistake and went off at Druids, and I Card went off while we were on the way up there quite early on, but that was just after a downpour.
Yeah.
And he went off. You got 2 weeks before the season starts.
Yeah, of course, mate. Yeah.
How many of these drivers have got to pay for the damage like Dan Lloyd did last year? Didn't he? He had to pay for the damage.
Yeah.
That was like
he had to pay over like 10 grand for on park last year.
These drivers, they're all paid to drive, other than probably the big likes of the big guys like Jake Hill, but even them, he still has to bring his sponsors to the table. I would imagine.
Exactly. Everyone has to bring a sponsor some way, shape, or form, don't they?
Yeah, they've all got to bring. Even probably Camish and Sutton, and they've got these big Napa sponsorship, but I bet you they still have to.
Yeah, well, they have to bring. I think, if I remember rightly, I could be wrong, but Crouch and Needham are sponsors of Sutton. So what's Dan Cam bringing?
Yeah. Oh, I think he's got a few of his own ones, isn't he? So everybody has, isn't they?
Everyone has to bring something to the table. Yeah. You can't just say, well, I want to be sponsored by, I don't know, say Halfords.
Yeah, exactly.
And then say, well, that'll cover me for the season. It won't.
Yeah, no, yeah. You think, you just look at that freak accident Lloyd had.
Yeah.
I still wince at that now watching that.
Mate, that still gives me. I hate to say, it still gives me the shits because I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that was a big hit, and everyone else that got involved in that as well. It's, Creasy was an innocent bystander as well, wasn't he?
Yeah. Ignore that comment. I'm not. Someone has to have a dig.
Don't worry about it. But it's just like it's a lot of money to go racing.
Yeah.
And, you don't want to go out on a media day like they did, and I think I can't remember. Somebody else stopped on the jury, so I can't remember who that was, but they had a car breakage.
Yeah. There's a lot going on, though, isn't there? You know.
Yeah. It's madness. It really is. So I was just reading that comment, made me laugh.
Well, it's someone I used to race online with. That's why I get confused with someone else with you, mate. I think.
Okay.
Well, I'm just trying to keep people in order, because no idea what people are saying. But then, hey, guess what?
Craig's comment just then is
Yeah.
not a bad shout. It probably could be. I don't think this hybrid stuff's cheap. Hey, Craig, how you doing, mate? Somebody else that's local to me as well. He only lives up the road.
I know. But this is quite funny, because now this is like kind of like a BTCC forum reunion.
It's a bit, yeah. Yeah. Craig lives in the next village to that I do, so he literally lives about 10 minutes away. So it's, I'm just starting my other half's biscuits over there as well.
Well, if you're eyeing up biscuits, I'm on the Guinness.
I would do if I drunk, but no.
Hey, each is their own, though, mate.
Yeah, but it's it was as Braintree represent, yeah, bruv. Yeah, he literally lives in the next village to where. Well, so yeah, he's a village where he lives. Yeah, it's just on the edge of Braintree, really. So
yeah.
It's nice little town, Braintree, but giving away where I live now.
Never been, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's it's a point. The hybrid system. I loved it last year.
Yeah.
Also, they got to iron out a few teething issues, but it was a bit easy to figure out where they were going to use it, and
yeah.
It was watching at Brands Hatch, they use it going up the hill towards Druids, and I don't know, I'm probably down the main straight. It's not really a straight Brands, is it? But
no, it's kind of a weird one, isn't it?
Yeah. Brands is my favourite track by a mile. My daughter's as well. My daughter loves Brands Hatch as well, so I think Elliot does as well. It's local to us as well, which is
exactly. So any local circuit's good. It's like Cross, my favourite one.
Yeah, I've never been to Croft, actually. I've never been to Croft.
It's
never been. I want to go there. I've never been to Croft, and I've not done Alton Park, I don't think.
Alton.
If I have, I can't remember.
Alton Park's quite good. I went round it in a Palmer Jaguar.
I remember watching a vlog. Yeah, that must have been an experience.
How on earth did I drop the F-bomb? I forgot my brother was recording. I was like, there we go. But the thing is, I know we're meant to talk about TCR, but this is a good chance to catch up and have a bit of a...
Yeah, it's just talk about everything, really. This is what I like about social media and things like this.
Exactly,
especially talking about TCR and... I know you're doing a bit on GTs later. I've not actually watched any GTs for a long time.
No, I haven't.
I went to Stetson a couple of years ago to watch the GTs, and the cars are something else. The McLarens and Ferraris and Lambos, and
yeah, of course,
and the Mercedes that I now work for. So I've got to get that one in.
You get as many social media things you want to get in, mate. You feel free. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, definitely. Craig Footpoint, yeah. Snetterton with Shedden's big fire. I remember that. Yeah. Always seem to bump into you, Craig, don't I, at the circuits. It's really good.
Yeah, well, it's quite funny because, not like I said, it's kind of like a touring car forum.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's like, I've known Craig for same as you, probably same long time. And
yeah.
He met his. I've met his other half on there as well, if I remember rightly, Craig. She was on there as well, so yeah, and now they're local to me anyway.
On BTCC forum, and now Craig's in my live video. What's going on?
Yeah, it's mad.
He's more than welcome to be here as well, but
yeah, no, it's cool.
It's nice to see that people that have kept in touch throughout that time as well.
Yeah, I still a few others on there as well that I still speak to from time to time. Yeah, good old off-topic nights. Yeah, man. It started off with TCR, and we've just gone from TCR to BTCC.
And then we've gone
just talking
completely
about
off topic.
and talking about everything. Yeah.
Oh, this is actually great, really.
Oh, that'd be quite good. It'd be good to obviously see you when I was going to come and see you, Snap.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're coming all the way down for the weekend, I believe.
Yeah, I'm coming down for the weekend. Coming down Thursday, going Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah,
And then
that'd be cool. Yeah, I'm only there the Saturday.
that's okay.
But we'll be. I'll come and I'll spend probably most of the day with you, I would imagine. Come and hang out with us.
You can do whatever you like.
Yeah, come and hang out with us, and it'll be cool. It'll be cool. Especially there, you've been before with your sets, and you went a couple of years ago, didn't I? I don't think I was there.
You weren't there, mate, because you messaged me saying you were going to go, but then you got ill or something.
Yeah, I missed it. I wasn't well, I don't think, because I don't think either of us went. I don't think the kids went either with my dad. So, it's it's a good little track there, and it's.
I love it, mate.
Not like brands where you can see everything. You know, probably the best place to stand at Snetterton is up by Rich's on the banking. You can see the bit of the infield.
Yeah,
that's probably about the best place to stand there. I think. It's the first time I went down there for T-show. Actually, I've been going to Snetterton for years.
Yeah.
And it's the first time I walked down to the Rich's and watched it there. So.
Mm-hmm. Right, so Craig's asked me a question about, because I love volume, as well as BTCC. What's my thoughts and how is it going currently? It's nice to see teams running Craig Green's livery tributes.
I saw that earlier, actually, the Hyundai. Sorry to interrupt. Yeah, I saw that Hyundai. I think that's brilliant. You know, he's absolutely up and coming, and it's a tragedy that
I can believe it, and I'm going to be honest, Craig. I think it's nice to see because it's showing the character of the sport. In the other hand, I'm kind of a bit of emotional because I don't really want to see it because I do want to see it, but you know what I mean. It's kind of, you know, he was 33, which is my age, so it's like, you know, if something happened to me tomorrow, I wouldn't know what to think, what people would want to do for me.
No, it's I know they think the risk. You know, I love WRC. I've got a bit of a history with WRC. Obviously, when I was working with Mount Tune, we did the WRC stuff back then. I was there the last year of the Escort, the first year of the Focus. When I was there.
Mate.
Yeah, with I think the Focus was the McRae Science year. So it was Kankanen and somebody else in the Escort the year before.
Yeah.
So that's the 2 years I was there. And I think then, obviously, M-Sport were running the cars. And we did the engines for them. So I was just a parts man. I'm not a mechanic or anything.
No.
Boy, but, you know, it's...
It's good. It's good that you're involved in the motor industry. I'm not. I bloody go and clean for a living, but I wish I was in motorsport. But...
Yeah, I'd love to go back in it again, but I'm not.
See,
I remember you telling me he was at Mount Tune, Craig. Yeah.
Look at that.
And now at Red Bull Powertrain, that's a job and a half, that isn't it?
Let's try not to be controversial about F1 here.
No, don't talk F1.
Got a bit too controversial 2 years ago, right?
I can't be bothered with it. I'd rather watch. This will please my daughter if she's still watching. I prefer watching the F2 and F3 than do Formula 1.
Fair point, mate.
Yeah. I'll tell you something. If you guys don't watch it, have a watch of the F2, F3 because there's some epic.
Worth doing, mate.
Yeah. It's on Sky. Sky show it. And the F2, F3 is absolutely wicked. There's some up and coming. There's a lot of drivers from the Toka package on it now as well. So that have come through the Tokas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So my mum's just showed me a picture of the Facebook Live come up on her Facebook.
Probably thinking, who's that other guy with the Wolves picture behind?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good to have you on here, mate. Because
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, I have to agree with Stu. It's not all glitz and glamour as it makes out. It is, you know.
yeah.
And you know, I'm lucky enough. I'm working with Mercedes at the moment.
Yeah.
And, my third time working with Mercedes
Third
for the
time?
same group. I keep coming back, but
Yeah.
I'm a Honda fan. I've never worked for Honda.
I think that's what you need to go and do. Is go and just find a
Honda dealership. We haven't got one in our area actually at the moment.
You haven't?
No, no, it shut down a few years ago.
That's poor.
We've got an authorised repairer, but not an actual dealership anymore.
Okay.
So I think the closest one to me is Romford now, I think.
Oh, okay.
Which is quite away from me. It's about an hour away from me. An hour and a bit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I know people that work there as well, so which is...
Yeah.
People tell you the motor trade's a small world. Everybody knows everybody.
That's the thing, isn't it? And it's a small world that people like me, you, Craig, Becker, you name a few of the BTCC forum.
Yeah.
And now it's like, what the heck is going on? We all kind of know each other quite well. And
yeah. No, yeah. You know, Stu's helped me out a few times. Obviously, I know Craig pretty well. He lives up the road, so... Yes, I did watch the Gordon Spice Trophy races at Goodwood.
I need to watch that myself. I haven't.
These old cars, they thrash these old cars around. It's epic.
I've seen it previously, but I need to watch it from this weekend.
Yeah, you got to watch it. It's mega. You know, watching Jake Hill pedal an old Capri about it's. He's going to do well. Now, when he does well in rear-wheel drive this year, just to see, you know, Shedden and Neil drive and all these old touring car names. You watch these old cars go round.
Yeah.
I've got to do a members meeting or something like that. Yeah, the Lotus Cortinas. Yeah, I agree, Craig. Yeah.
That's the thing. I've got a mate who lives down in Chichester, so I'm going to Brighton sometime in June. I think it's middle of June. And he said we can go and visit Goodwood, and I'm just like, yes, I want to go and see that. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, I think I've been down to Goodwood a couple of times, years and years ago for Festival of Speed and that. Obviously, everywhere I've worked and things like that, which is about probably the best perks you get from working in the motor trade is your tickets here and there, and
that's what I'd rather have. You know, I'd rather have something that gives me, you know. I know sometimes I feel like, you know, with my job, I clean for a living, but sometimes I wish I was in a different job, but I can't because I'm good at it. You know what I mean? But
I'm stuck in there in the motor trade. I've been in the motor trade since I left school. It's going to be 30 years in the motor trade this year.
Oh.
This year. So yeah, it's just under 30 odd years, and I'm still a pod. I'm not anything special, but no, it's, you know, Goodwood's good. I want to go down. I want to do a members meeting. You know, Festival of Seats too big now. I can't be doing.
Is it worth doing those? That's the thing.
I think it is. If you're a petrol head, yeah, agree, Craig. Yeah, the Haynes Motor Museum. Also,
yeah.
If you can get to go down there, go and have a look. I've been to Beauty for years, but
I think I need to go and have a look myself, because
if you're, you know, any of these stuff that you've got, you're a petrol head, like,
yeah,
you know, watching the Festival Speed on the TV is great, but the sound of some of these cars, I don't think the TV brings it out enough.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't get the noise. Same with the BTCC on the TV. You don't get
exactly. you don't get you don't get that thrill, do you? You
don't get that wastegate noise that you hear. Obviously, you hear it, but you hear the wastegates on some of these big, quick cars.
Yes, you don't do it for the money. You do it for the love.
So yeah.
You know, if that was me, and I was in the motor trade, I'd be saying, well, I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it because I love my car. I love my cars.
Oh yeah, no, even today we love the cars, and we've got an SLS in at the moment. And
where was my invite?
So we got an SLS. It's been there a while actually. The SLS. We've
Yeah.
got a GT in as well at the moment, and we've got AMGs coming in. We're an AMG dealer as well. So
you are really making me jealous here. No, I'm joking. You're not. I just love to hear people. Having.
It's good.
Yeah.
For someone that loves cars, the sound of these V8s going in and out of the workshop, it's quite good.
It's like we were saying about, the sound of the engines on telly doesn't do it justice.
Yeah.
I remember following the BTCC coming to 24 years as of next month, well, the end of next month. And, okay, I didn't realise Super Touring was dying a death. But you listen to the Volvo on YouTube and you think, when I put my fingers in my ears when I was at Alton Park, sorry to do that, but it's like, why didn't I just listen to that car itself without putting my fingers in my ears? But then I listen to it on YouTube and I think, hang on, doesn't do it justice.
It's the same as the Mondeo V6 when they used the V6 in the Mondeo. That note that had on that Super Tourer was something else.
That was our favourite Super Tourer.
Yeah, I'm actually hopefully going to the Super Tourer event at Brands.
Nice.
Yeah, I agree, Craig. Yeah, it's epic.
I think everyone agrees about that, don't they?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to going to that actually, because the Super Tourer event, it's something that needs to be celebrated a bit more.
It's getting massively for the grid though as well, from what I've seen, because there's more cars being added.
Yeah, some of the cars I know someone that I work with who's got an old ex-BTCC Escort.
Nice.
It's Mark Sonara 1600i, and he's going to own it. I don't think he's racing it, but we were talking about it today. It's and some of the cars are going there, and I'm thinking, this is great. Like, my son's never seen it live, Super Tourers live. My daughter hasn't. I was lucky enough to be in that era when it was.
Exactly. So you've witnessed it, but you're passing on the bug that got you into that.
Yeah.
On to the next generation, and that's impressive.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the Super Tourers was my real era where I was really into it. Obviously, I've watched it since '88 with the old M3s and the 500 Cosworths.
See, stuff like that. See, I was born in 1989. I was like, what?
I can remember going to watch them, and I can remember watching being the supports at, like, after I went to I went to the F1 at Silverstone, and it's watching the Super Tourers then, and watching the old M3s and hacking around there, and then going to watch them at Brands as well. The Super Tours at Brands, we went every round at Brands, because they had two there, didn't they? 2 or 3. And taking 2 or 3 hours to get out of the circuit. I think it's probably still the same now.
I think it kind of is sort of the same sort of hour lengths to get out certain tracks these days, isn't it?
Oh yeah, but that one thing that puts us off going Sunday sometimes.
Yeah,
it's just like, I can't be.
Of course, mate. I agree. I remember when I went to Croft 2 years ago. Okay, we're an hour and a half away from home, but it's like you're stuck there for like an hour because people are trying to go out. But then I don't know how to explain it. It's people trying to push their way forward to jump the queue to go out.
Yeah.
And because it's like, oh, well, we've got to make sure the road's closed for letting you all out.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
Yeah,
it is what it is, though, mate.
Yeah, the good thing about some circuits, like Brands Hatch is a good 5 miles from the M25, so you've got a single carriageway pretty much all the way back to the M25. The good thing at Snetterton is you're right on the A11.
Yeah, exactly.
And, you know, we've come out of race day. Doesn't take no. I know they opened up a couple of years ago. They opened up another road where you could go, sort of, you know, I can't remember which way it is, but you can get off straight onto the A11. There's a junction now, you go straight onto it.
Yeah, of course.
And it makes getting out there a lot easier. Now, I haven't been, you know, we went to TCR the other day, and though there was a lot of people there, there wasn't as many as I was expecting, which is a little bit disheartening, I think.
I think that's half the thing, isn't it? The TCR, just go back on the subject. It's like TCR should be drawing the crowds in like it does for BTCT.
I think it will. I think give it a chance. I think it will be getting that. Now it's on its own platform.
Yeah.
You know, they're the headliners now. The TCR.
It's not like it was, like you said at the start of the video, like it was on Tuna Fest or certain things, and I think that's kind of what like Stuart Lyons is trying to get away from, is trying to put it on things.
It was very clever, I thought, for marketing purposes, because you've got people there that are there for a show, and all of a sudden you've got, hold on a second, you've got these tin tops running around. Yeah. You got the EP3s that were drawing people on. Everyone loves an EP3, don't they? A Civic. You know,
yeah, exactly. An EP3 Type R. You come to me if you want to talk about that.
And then all of a sudden you've got these i30Ns. You've got you know, these Cupras. You got the Golfs. You've got these new Audis now. You know, you've got these cars you see every day at these shows there racing, and it was very, very clever. Now he's pulled it away and gone. You know, they've got somebody to run the series. And you know, it's I'll expect more people there. I think the way it goes on and the more hype it gets, and it's even the support races were really good. I really enjoyed myself. We got there right when it started, and we obviously, I know TCR was the last race, but we left there right at the end. So you know, it's really good. I think it's time to, you know, yes, there's another touring car series out there. Does it need to compete with BTCC? No, it can run on its own. You know, it gives us an opportunity to watch other forms of tin tops.
Well, that's the thing with me, because I've always said that TCR, as I always quote, it's the cheaper alternative to British touring cars. But then it can't compete to that level. But like you've just said, it can run on its own. It can do well on its own. So you've answered my question there. And don't get me wrong, maybe I'll look into TCR just to see what it's like. I'm not saying it's a bad series. I'm saying, you know, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, it's like full of people with, I hate to say the word, shabby saxos or stuff like that, because I know you're in that, but you've come from that background. You know what I mean with your core Type R and stuff like that. But when I saw it was on the bill, like with Modified Live and stuff like that, that's what drove me away from following it. And I was thinking, hang on, I don't want to just go for a car show. I want to go to an actual race meeting where I can watch loads of races and have a laugh and sit and watch the racing, instead of looking around dozens of modified cars. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I love modified cars, but the amount of times if you've seen them, you go round, you have a look, you watch the race, then go round again. You see them take cars maybe 3 or 4 times. But that's just my opinion, mate.
I did like it. The good thing about it, you know, I love the drifting. I love the Japanese side of stuff, and the drifting was great. The time attack was good, but now you've got a good package there, with a good base package with obviously the Fiesta Juniors. There's some good talent in that grid. Actually, there's some people up and coming drivers there that it's like the Ginetta Juniors, isn't it? What that's done. And I think people need to take a look at these other drivers coming through here. That's what TCR is going to do.
Yeah.
And then you've got this talent coming through the Civic Cup. I think there's a couple of drivers in TCR that were in the Civic Cup. I know Adam Shepherd won the Civic Cup and he won the Type R trophy as well.
Because then we have, what's his name?
I think the guy's name that was racing there, and one of the Pro Alloys drivers. I can't remember his name.
No, I don't.
Off the top of my head. But yeah, he raced the Civic Cup that day and TCR, and he didn't do too bad. You know, there's some good drivers in that series.
Didn't you have the likes of Bruce Winfield as well?
Yeah.
That's a guy I remember. And then
well, he was winning race. He won race, didn't he? And got podium. So
yeah, it's kind of weird that you see TCR now. Like, it's good to have the coverage on YouTube, because if you're not at a circuit and it's not on telly, you've got it on YouTube.
Yeah, and that's what we love about social media. As we were saying earlier, social media is bringing motorsport out there to the people that don't tend to normally watch it. Or, I was watching the other day the Masters on telly.
Stuart Lyons, just to go to Stu's question, he's done a very impressive job with TCR. Well, he has. He's turned it around from where it used to be.
Oh yeah, from what, 5, 6 cars? Yeah. I'm looking for me drink. I've lost it. It's up there. So I'm just walking around the house. Yeah, he's done a really good job to get it where it is now.
Yeah, of course, mate.
And it's really good series. I know it's not the same supports every weekend.
But that doesn't really matter though, because he's got it where he wants it to be.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, Stuart Lyons is actually, I don't know if he still follows the vlog Facebook page, but he kind of, every time I see TCR is the future, and I'm like, half the time, I don't want to say this just in case he does pop up and that's what the hell are you on about, but I'm like, is it really? But then you've released it, so you're now giving us. Yeah, see.
I agree with Rob there, just jumping in. He had some bad luck on. He had gearbox go on race 1, so
he had the gearbox go, and then they had to go to accelerate to go and get the other gearbox.
Yeah.
So anything can happen, and there's plenty of teams out there that will support TCR. So it's mad.
I think he's done a good job of it. I think it's only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger.
I think it will.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but I think it'll get bigger and better, and it'll draw bigger crowds, hopefully, like we've said.
Yeah, because I know he had I listened to an interview he did with on the live feed with Stuart Lyons. I can't remember who he was talking about. I think it was with Paul O'Neill or someone. He was saying about how that TCR was going to be on the supports for the GTs, and obviously they signed Janetta, and Janetta went there instead.
Yeah.
But I think he's done what he's done and made it its own thing with the supports. He got the Fiesta Juniors in there very, very quickly. He got the Civic Cup signed up. That's 2 very, very good series is there. And then the other little, the modified Fords was really good.
Yeah.
But as I said at the beginning, the City Cup with these little 1 litre 3-cylinder Igos, and they were great. Four wide into riches. You can't do that in any other series.
No, you can't. Shall we ask them to put it on the Toker bill for next year?
Yeah. We got the legends this year, don't we?
Oh, we have. We've got some really exciting ones coming soon.
It's really.
We've got got the Radicals coming to Snetterton.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting to see exactly what it is.
Yeah. No, definitely. I watched the Legends before Snetterton, actually.
Yeah.
And that was when they were on that was truck racing. That was actually. And that was epic. Them little Legends were motorbike engines, aren't they? And they were they're just wicked little things. The noises of them, and I think we got caterings as well this year as well.
We've got the caterings, yeah. I'm trying to remember where they all are because obviously I'm going to Croft and I'll see the Cooper versions of the JCWs and I'm like, that's going to be a bit of a shock when I see the JCW Mini Coopers and then see the older style ones, but
yeah, those older minis, the original minis are epic. That's epic
racing.
Get
the Mini Sevens on the package every time. The Mini Sevens and the Mini Milligers, get them on there.
Look at the drivers they've got in that though.
Yeah, I know.
In the minis, you've got former Clio. I think Ben Coburn's doing it. You got Joe Polly's doing it. You got both the Jordans, Mike and Andy Jordan, racing there.
Yeah, it's mad to think where people have gone from the Toka grid to where they are now. But then you think, well, it's going to be mega.
Yeah, it's we say the support races are good. I think the support races all makes the package.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how BTC does this year without obviously the Ginettas. The Ginetta Juniors was always carnage, wasn't it? So
yeah. See, that's the thing. When I watch now going on to British GT, I watched the Ginetta Junior coverage and probably because they're now combined GT5 Pro Tire Championship with not the V8 model but the older V6.
Yeah, the 55s. Yeah.
Yeah. I watched that and I thought it's a bit odd because I can understand why Ginetta have done it because it's a GT car, but then I can't understand why step away up and coming talent from the Toka package to then because not everyone in juniors wants to go GT.
No, but it gives them that opportunity though. I think somebody mentioned earlier on about the GT.
Yeah.
This year, I think the GT, the grid they've got and the standard of drivers. So I haven't really I'll be honest, I haven't followed it for a few years now. With everything else I watch, I haven't got time to watch it.
That's half the thing with me. This is why I'm trying to discuss certain things like TCR and GT because I'm trying to see if it's a championship I can easily get into, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We've got our good friend Michael Crease that's over in Monza this weekend.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the heck's going on?
Yeah.
It's
I think motorsport in Britain is where it's at. Everybody wants to race it.
Yeah.
For the youngsters as well. You see the F4 grid this year.
It's crazy.
The foreign drivers coming over. It's look who we've had in F4 on the Toka package.
Yeah.
Lando Norris has been there. Dan Cowish come through there, didn't he?
Oscar
Piastri come through. Yeah. Yeah. And loads of others that I'm sure my daughter's going to tell me or my son's going to tell me that I should have mentioned and I haven't.
It's all right. We'll both get it in the neck, mate.
Yeah. But the Toka package has got a lot of drivers that have come through it, and I think the GTs can do the same thing because the Ginetta Juniors are still going to get sponsored by these big teams, and if they want to go that way, they'll hop into a Mini or they'll hop into a Porsche or
exactly. And while we're talking about Ginetta, it was absolutely fantastic to see Colin White back behind the wheel.
Oh, I did. He had a bit of an off as well, didn't he? So I saw on something. He had a bit of a... But yeah, no, it was great to see Colin White back.
Great to see him back behind the wheel of a race car after that Brookston last year. And there you go.
Yeah, so saying Sophia Flores, yes. I knew I'd forget someone.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Because we hear about all these big names that have gone on to pastures new, but then there's so many that have gone there. You look at Aston Miller from Ginetta Super Cup last season. Yeah. He's now in GT4 with McLaren.
Yeah,
it's like wow, someone that like that is going into probably Britain's Premier GT category. Yeah. Yes, okay. Yes, we have Britcar. Yes, we have the Endurance Cup, but it's not the same as British GT.
Yeah, it's not the cars are something else, aren't they?
Yeah. I when I watched the live stream of British GT, I watched the first race, then the second race, and I said to myself, and I even said to Jen, because Jen's not a big, massive petrol head, but I said to her, I can easily get into this if I get a better understanding of the classes and who's in what. But the thing is, it's great. I can easily get into TCR, I can easily get into British GT. I just need to say to myself, it's another motorsport. Doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah, I don't think you need to look at TCR as it stands alone. You don't need to look at it as it's a rival to BTCC.
Yeah, exactly. That's what...
You know, we love BTC. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
But you know, from last year's racing was epic for TCR. You know, you get 2 races instead of 3, keeps the cost down. I think a couple of rounds I got 3 races, I think, this year. But it is a standalone series. You can look at it just the same as, oh, you look at British GTs and they've got their rival series, and things like that. It's well worth, you know, a watch as it go. Yeah, oh, it's just the same as BTC. Don't think of it like that.
Yeah. I think that's half the issue with me, though. It's like I kind of thought it was like the cheaper alternative and it wasn't going to be a big success. But talking to you now, that's kind of like made me think polar opposite. And I'm kind of glad that someone can tell me about it. You know what I mean?
Have a look back at the racing at the weekend, or even have a look at some of the racing last year. It was really good.
Yeah.
Especially the last round of the season. I think you had up to like 7 drivers could have won the title.
Wow.
I think Smiley won it with just one race win.
Yeah. It's hard to think that though, isn't it? Because in BTCC, if you have one race win, but then you're not consistent throughout the whole season, you're not going to win it. But it's hard to think what goes on, mate.
Yeah. It really is a good series. It's like, I don't think we've got a bad series in anything this year.
I don't think we have to be fair, because the more I look at things now, I feel like, you know, maybe this is what I should have done when I started doing my vlogs, you know, looking into the bigger picture. But I think the problem is with me, because I've always been a big fan of BTCC. I've not branched out even further. Okay, I've followed WRC and I've been and watched that. Yeah. But I've not really thought about the bigger picture of better things, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, no, it's worth a watch. You know, all the races are up there on YouTube and it's really good. And I've done a little vlog of it, but whether I'll post that yet, I don't know.
It's down to you, mate. It's down to you. I keep telling you, you know.
It might be alright. It's quite good, but
when
for so long, it's
it's alright because I'll be letting you go very shortly, mate.
Yeah, I was about to sing the time. Yeah, I'm running out of the half as well. So
exactly.
I've only gone for a little while. I've been on there an hour.
I do apologise. I do apologise.
Yeah. But yeah, no. What I'll do is I'll let you go because it's now 9:45 and carry on. And
I'll be wrapping up very soon anyway. So
yeah.
But it's been a pleasure to have you on, mate. You know.
Yeah. I'll gladly come on anytime you like.
Yeah. That's cool. Well, you never know, mate. Snetterton this year.
Yep.
We'll be there and hopefully get to meet and have a bit more of a laugh.
Yeah, 100%. No worries. I'll give you my mobile number when we're nearer the time and give us a buzz. We'll meet up.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
All right, dude.
All right.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah,
thanks for having us. Absolute pleasure.
Yeah.
All right. I'll see you soon. Cheers, man.
No worries.
Bye.
So there we go then, guys. What do you think of that? We were talking about obviously a bit of banter and a bit of randomness, should we put? But There you go, Rich Webber, giving us our thoughts of British GT as well as UK TCR. I'm quite impressed, really, if I'm honest. I'm just going to say this now, that, things obviously seem to be bigger and better for British GT and, of course, UK TCR this season. It's actually been a pleasure to have a guest on, and it's been a bit unprepared as well, because, we weren't really prepared to, have a lot of things on going in. Good evening, Darryl. How are you, mate? But yeah, if you have missed the interview with Rich Webber, if you know him via YouTube, he is Tumbleweed16. His brother, not his brother, his son Elliot Webber. I later said his brother then, but his son Elliot Webber is Elliot Webber YT on YouTube. No worries, mate. So yeah, do go and check out their YouTube channel. Should I say? But yeah, it's been great to have him on as a guest. As I say, it was a bit unprepared, but I thought while we were doing UK TCR and talking about British GT, I thought why not? I do apologise, guys, if I've not seen your comments. You've missed quite a lot, Darryl. To be fair, you've missed a good chat about UK TCR and a bit about British GT, as well as talking about motorsport and British touring cars and any other bits. But do go and check it out, mate. Once this live video is finished, I know it's a bit hard for me to recap what we've been talking about because there's so much literally conversations are going on. I'll tell you what, it's been great to have a guest unplanned to jump onto a live video as well. It seems that people are really enjoying our content. It's nice to see that people were watching from Rich's point of view as well. So it means quite a lot to have a guest on. I will put this vlog or live video onto YouTube. I'll try and get it onto YouTube like I did with Ty and Chris Cuthbert's live video, so I'll get that uploaded onto YouTube. But yeah, we were talking about Hondas, we were talking about Fords and that. We were having a bit of a good old chat, which is quite nice because Hopper's Motorsport Vlogs is all about motorsport, isn't it? It's not just about one particular topic. But my thoughts and opinions about UK TCR have probably now slightly changed. Same with British GT. So, thanks to Rich for literally giving me a bit of a confidence boost about talking about or following British GT and, of course, UK TCR. If there's anything you want to know, guys, let us know in the comments. As I say, Friday is the big one. Friday's live video, that is. We are talking about the opening rounds of the British Touring Car Championship from obviously coming from Donington Park this weekend. I'm looking forward to producing that as a live video. Excuse me. But I've been really happy recently. Today, I know I came on live this morning and I sounded a bit fed up. I don't know what was going on. Craig, if you're still watching, mate, get into Australian V8 touring cars. Great, best touring car series around by far. Yes, there's only two makes of car now, but the race formats are quality. I agree, Craig. I agree, mate. Brilliant. Sounds like you've had it. Yes, mate. It's been great. It's been a bit of a weird one. I've seen some comments that have been probably a bit funny, but I didn't really read them out. I just blatantly ignored them. But I think it's great to have an unplanned guest on the live video. Michael, as I say, Michael Creasy is racing in Monza this weekend. If you are watching, Creasy, best of luck, mate. Nice to see that you're actually going in a brand new McLaren for this weekend. Please don't go and bin it. Not only is it expensive to bin, but also we feel like you're a good driver, you're the best driver out there in GT. That's my opinion, biased. But as I say, Friday is the big one. It is the British Touring Car preview of Donington Park. I'm going to be talking about where you should stand if you're attending or who'd want to watch for this weekend. Next Tuesday, that is next Tuesday, so I count 25th, I believe, yeah, 25th. We will be probably talking about a recap of Dollington, and then Wednesday, we're back live next Wednesday. So a week today, the 26th, we are live again. Next Wednesday's live video looks like it's going to be a tie at the moment between the cars I find underrated and also touring car champions that were only won, or drivers that should have won the British Touring Car Championship. I believe that the poll is currently tied, so we may try and do that as maybe a two-part, or maybe we'll do it as a whole live video. But I've really been pleased that tonight's live video has gone to plan. I'm going to say this now, and I feel like it's time to address a few things that I felt very uncomfortable with over the last couple of weeks. As you know, Monday we were live, which wasn't a problem. We had some, quite interesting. I can't remember what we actually talked about on Monday. Trying to cast my mind back 2 days ago. I'm sure someone will help me. I think it was just a catch up, really, preparing ourselves for tonight, because I thought I would have done TCR on Monday, but I really wanted to catch up. I felt like Monday's live video, when I was having a bit of a catch up, I found it really hard to say what I was going to say about the live videos, etc., and the vlogs. I don't know why that is. Maybe because there's so much going on at the moment with Hopper's Motorsport vlogs. Preparing ready to go to Snetterton in 5 weeks as of tomorrow, and I've still got to prepare that. You may notice that I'm lowered down on the tripod. The tripod is actually broken, which I've got to figure out a way. I've got to replace it for Snetterton. If not, then it is going to be handheld with the camcorder, like holding it, which is going to be a bit of a difficult challenge, but we're up for that. And also, we do have the Peasant GoPro, as I call it. It's a cheaper version of a GoPro. That will be going with us as well. That will be filming, probably walking into the circuit Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and probably what I've got planned for Sunday while I'm at Snetterton. As I say, last week we went live, but we didn't see any comments. Not too sure why that was. It was a bit unfortunate. It kind of put me off to a degree, which I'd hate to say. If I don't see any comments and I don't like anyone's comments, please don't take it offence. If I didn't see your comment last week, I do apologise. It kind of peed me off a bit, because I was like, the interaction's there. People are listening to us. People are, tuning in to the live video. What else was I going to say? Yeah, so Friday's going to be an action-packed one. I was going to start about 8:30, but I'll actually start at 8:45. So we'll be live back at 8:45 as we normally do. Just give me a second while I just get rid of some of my notifications on my phone. Yeah, I'm buzzing for Snetterton too, Darryl, to be honest. I always am. But I feel great. I feel really happy that things have gone to plan tonight. I do apologise last week with the Dynamics live video, if you've seen it. Some of my thoughts and opinions probably were a bit strong-headed. There was obviously some stuff from that I'm going to mention a few things now. As you guys all know that follow me on Hopper's Motorsport vlogs, whether you're new around here or whether you're not, I'm a big, massive Dan Robotham fan. As most of you guys know, I follow Robo. I've followed him for a good number of years. I saw a video last week during media day that he was the most, and I hate to say the word, hated guy on the grid, and people blaming him for the departure of Dynamics. However, that is people being toxic. That is people just being keyboard warriors. If I see anything like that in a live video, I will instantly issue a warning. We're not here to slate teams and drivers here at Hoppers Motorsport Vlogs. It actually really upset me to find out, you know, he has a lot of hate towards him regarding Dynamics leaving BTCC. I don't do it myself. You know, I kind of, you know, wish I never found out that, but it's because, you know, being a big fan of Dan, you know, Dan's a down-to-earth guy like me. You know, he's a great guy to talk to. He's a great guy to, you know, chat to. You know, it just really upset me. So if it did sound like I was emotional last week, I do apologise for that. It's just, you know, it's not nice to see or hear about it. But then again, he's at Napa Racing UK this year. I think he's going to do very well. You know, he did very well at Dynamics for 2 years. Okay, last season was a bit of a shocker, but you know, he proved the point. You know, he proved the point that he wanted to be on the grid. So, you know, I wish him all the best this weekend. I wish every driver all the best this weekend. You know, it is a new season, and it is going to be a great one. Excuse me. Well, any questions, guys? Stick them in comments. I will be back in a minute, but I will be wrapping up very soon. I'm just going to nip some loo. So you'll have to talk to the chair for a minute. Pardon. Okay. Oh, do apologise about that. So yeah, just need to leave. But yes, guys, if you've got any other questions before I go, I'm going to be going in a couple of minutes. So I need to go and get some food because I've not had my tea yet either. But massive thank you to Rich Webber for joining us for an interview. Well, it's kind of like an interview, but it's kind of a catch up and stuff like that. It's been absolutely legendary. I'm going to be hopefully putting this onto YouTube, obviously minus the comments, but it's going to be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen for the next couple of weeks. As I say, we're going to be live on Friday. We will be live probably 20 to 9. Yeah, we're going to be live at 20 to 9 on Friday talking about the opening rounds of the British Touring Cars. I'm looking forward to this weekend. I'm looking forward to the season starting. Sadly, we're not going to be there at Donington Park, but we will be watching it on telly on Sunday. And then hopefully next Tuesday or Wednesday, we will do a review of how we think the racing went. In the next couple of weeks, there will be some announcements coming. We're not live on Monday because it's mine and Jen's 9-year anniversary on Monday. So I want to spend time with Jen as best as I can. You know, it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to having you guys live and exclusive again. As I say, Rich, thank you for coming in, mate. It's been a pleasure to have you. You know, it's been great to have another touring car fan involved. I don't know. I'm a bit speechless at the minute because it's been great to have you, you know, as a guest. You know, we kind of said we'd have you on to talk about TCR, but then we talked about all manner of things, which is great to see, mate. And thank you so much, mate. I'll make sure when I get a new Look Hoppers Motorsport vlog sticker, I will send one up for you for taking part in the interview. I'll do it as a gift for taking part, mate. It's something I'm going to do with my guests. Next time, if we have a guest on next time, I'm not too sure who it's going to be. I might try and get a guest to be on at Snetterton if I can. If I can't, it doesn't matter, but there's a lot of things that I want to try and do for Snetterton this year. And also, we are going to be at Croft this year for the BTCC. So if you do see us at any of the tracks, like Snetterton or Croft, that you're attending, please do. I'm going to head off because I need to get some food. I am starving. But yeah, I'll see you Friday at 10. No, why do I keep saying 10 to 9? I mean 20 to 9. I'll see you at 20 to 9 on Friday evening for the BTCC first round of the championship preview. I'm looking forward to doing that. Hope you can join us then, guys. Have a good rest of the Wednesday. Have a good Thursday. Have a good bit of Friday. And we'll see you Friday evening for the last live video of the week. Are you trying to kill me? Not literally kill me, but you're trying to kill my voice. In all seriousness, guys, I will see you Friday for the live video. I'm looking forward to it. Another one. It should be great. I'm looking forward to doing many more live videos very soon. Until next time, guys, take care. Have a good night. Ta-ra.